It's a hockey stream on episode 559 of the VIG Lounge as the Pittsburgh Penguins finish the home-and-home against the Washington Capitals, this time in DC. Can the Penguins come away with a win on their second-to-last game of the year against one of their most heated rivals, and potentially the last time we will see the rivalry between Ovechkin and Crosby in this playthrough, of course? I don't know if the Penguins are going to dress players like the caliber of Crosby, Malkin, etc., or let them rest, which they've earned the right to do, by the way, because they've locked a playoff seed and they can't really move anywhere. So, what's the point of risking injury, right? It's all about asset management and making sure that your team is the best that it can be for the playoffs. But in this playthrough, we will have all the stars, of course, and we will see who comes away with victory. Before we get started, of course, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to the caps and pens here on the VIG Lounge. And we are underway as the Capitals win the opening draw. Pass across, collected behind the net. Set up the right side. Crosby trying to carry in. There's a great deal of hitting going on away from the play, but it doesn't seem like anything's been called yet. And John Carlson, the IRL former Capital, carries in the puck for Washington. Collected along the wall. Pass missed everybody, and somehow that's going to be icing as Carlson gets there first. Early stages of the first, 17:43 remaining. And there's a hit by Dylan Strome. And we'll see what comes of that. Nothing so far, thankfully. And the Penguins win the defensive zone draw. Carried in by Rakell. Rakell with a shot and floats in. Denied by Thompson. Crosby passes it to the left side wall. Up now to Tommy Novak. Novak dances his way in, fires and scores! How about a shot of Novocaine? And the Penguins with the early 1-0 lead. And of course, I've got a question for you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice, baby. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with the first two shots, and Skinner playing back-to-back here for the Pens. And he got tested his first time in this afternoon tilt. And now we're tied up at 2 shots apiece. Skinner with 2 saves on 2 shots, not too shabby. And of course, we're highlighting him, so that is 1 for Stu. See if we will potentially have 2 more and then have to stop after that. Kindle wins the D-zone draw, gets it to Mantha, the former Capital. Mantha sends it around. Kindle collects it along the wall. Trying to drift in and shoot, he couldn't get it. And it's Lindgren, it's the same goaltending matchup. I just assumed that one goalie would have played one game and the other goalie, aka the backup, or in this case the starter for Washington, would have played the other game, but I guess not. Letang with a drive, and it went high off the wall, and Mantha cuts to the front of the net. Could not get the finish. McMichael knocked down, and the Capitals trying to get something going there, but the Penguins shut it down. Then give the puck away, and a huge save by Skinner from the shot from long range. Ben Kindle dumps it in, collected along the wall by Mantha. Mantha to the front of the net, lost the puck. Regathered by Clifton, he'll let it go. And Lindgren was able to make that save and have the puck deflect behind the net. Washington looked to get it out, but Connor Dewar shut that down. Cross to Clifton. Up now to his partner, Ryan Shea, who jumps in and joins the rush. Fires a shot, and Lindgren's got it. He'll hang on with 9 minutes to go. Penguins appear to be warming to the task here. Huge hit by Letang. I believe that was on Furavari. And here's Elmer Soderblom back into the lineup in the absence of Blake Lizotte. But last time we put him in, he did get 2 goals, so, not exactly a problem to change up the lineup and add somebody like Elmer to the 4th line. Connor Dewar with a chance, turned away by Lindgren. And he'll get the whistle with 7:26 to go in the opening frame. Crosby wins it back to Carlson, and that shot got deflected off a shin pad. A Capital was away until the Penguins said, "Nuh-uh," and Rickard Rakell is in. He'll fire and score! It's tricky to score a goal unless you are Rickard Rakell. It's tricky! Tricky Ricky, and the Penguins lead it 2-0. And, of course, I'm going to have to fix my stupid camera. But I'll take care of that during the intermission. Spencer Carberry, definitely not too thrilled with the way things have gone so far. Pittsburgh controlling the shot totals 8-3, and 2 have found their way past Charlie Lindgren. Save made by Skinner, probably one of his tougher shots he's faced so far. Washington trying to get something going. Big drive, handled by Skinner. Penguins get it back. Up now to Sidney Crosby. Crosby will send it in. Puck rolls in, and then goes into the net. Oh, Charlie Lindgren has got to be absolutely livid on that one. A simple dump in by Crosby turns into a 3-0 lead for the Pens. Oh my goodness. Look at this, gains the red line. Harmless looking shot, and it took a bounce, and then, oh no. Well, I would say the Wizard of Croz waved his magic wand, but that went in all thanks to Charlie Lindgren's stick. Oh boy, when it rains, it pours. And that has got to be one of the worst goals I've seen given up this entire campaign. And the fact that it wasn't me is, all the better. Round in front, and Cheetah nearly got himself a goal. Battle for it along the wall. And it looks like the Capitals come away with it, but then it lands on the stick of Evgeny Malkin. Sets up for Letang. Sounds like a delayed penalty is on the way. And that is indeed the case. The Penguins with a 2-man advantage, leading by 3, as Dylan Strome is headed off for 2 minutes or less. Quite of a bit of a scrum, but I guess Mr. Strome got his stick into the back of somebody and results in a cross-checking call. Sam Girard. They may have lost the draw, but the Penguins do have the puck. Got it to Rakell, who has a goal already and nearly got another one as that one just rang off the post. Carried in now by Letang. Letang drifting, shooting into the breadbasket of Lindgren, and he will hang on. $1:55 to go here in period one, as the Penguins have an offensive zone draw with 1:18 remaining on their man advantage. And the Capitals win a very important defensive zone draw. Erik Karlsson decides to run over Brandon Duhaime as the Penguins look to regroup. And it's carried in this time by Crosby. He's knocked down. Duhaime with the clear. Carried in this time by Erik Karlsson. Lovely save by Lindgren, and he will hang on with 44 seconds to go in the Pens' man advantage. And 1:21 remaining here in the opening frame. Justin Brazeau, oh my goodness, what a hit that was. Big man coming in at full speed. Parker Wotherspoon fires one. It goes off a stick to the corner. And I think the Capitals are going to survive this first penalty kill, and they do just that. 3 seconds remaining on it. Penguins got some shots, but weren't really able to get set up in the way that they would have liked. But aside from the stats, it's really not that bad. Malkin with a chance turned away. And now Cheetahkov on the other side. Lindgren gloves that down. And that's it for the first 20 minutes. Pittsburgh with a 3-0 lead. And the last goal, definitely, as they're going to show right here, is one that Lindgren would want back. Oof. All right, I'm just going to quickly fix the camera and then get ourselves the opening stats, or opening period stats, I should say. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the stats from the first period of play. Shots on goal, 14-6 in favor of Pittsburgh. Hits, 9 apiece. Passing percentage down for both teams, but slightly worse for the Pens. We are 0 for 1 on the man advantage. We'll have to see if we get another chance at it. And Capitals winning the face-off draw, or the draw battle 7-5, but that's not too bad considering how these normally go for me. So, be that as it may, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has in store, shall we? Capitals win the draw. Penguins get it back, though, and dump it in. Rickard Rakell got it to Crosby along the wall. Crosby dancing a little bit. Finds some open space, and Lindgren is able to glove that one and get a whistle early on in period 2. Crosby wins it back to Karlsson, and that shot goes off a stick again. Or maybe a shin pad. Either way, it's blocked. And Skinner will have to hang on as he's under siege for a bit. Took a penalty and now scored a goal. Capitals cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Skinner stopped the initial shot. The rebound came right out to Strome. No chance. So, this game's not over yet. Oh, sorry, they did not cut the lead in half. I forgot. It's 3-1. So they're on the board. Oh, they nearly got another one. Washington really coming out aggressive here in the second period. Being down by 3 until Dylan Strome got 1 goal back for Washington. Penguins having a hard time getting it out. Now they will. And Wotherspoon will send it in. Capitals get there first, though. Big Alexei Protas passes it down to Ovechkin. Now Crosby trying to get around Roy. Gerard up to Chinikov. Igor Chinikov scores! And we now return to our regularly scheduled program as the Pens are back up by 3. And Skinner survived the siege at one end. And then Chinikov just went far side, got a little help from the post. And he gets by with a little help from his friend. And the Penguins are back up. It's now 4-1. As we're nearly halfway through the game, and by extension, halfway through the second period. Puck dumped in by the man who opened the scoring, Tommy Novak. Capitals carry it out. Pierre-Luc Dubois takes a hit and is knocked down. Sam Girard gets crunched into the wall. Gets back to his feet and has the puck again, though. Cuts to the net, turned away by Lindgren. Now Brazeau with a shot, he scores! Justin Brazeau, low. Penguins lead continues to grow. In the words of the late, great Rick Rude, what a difference a day makes. Because it was only a 4-2 win for the Pens last time. And now they've got more goals than they did yesterday. And Charlie Lindgren looks human rather than nigh on unbeatable in the first period like he was yesterday. And Spencer Carberry just gets more and more frustrated as this goes on. Kindle wins a draw on the backhand. And Brazeau, goal scorer, got the puck back to Connor Clifton. Clifton to the net, he roots it! A drive by 75, and the Penguins continue to pour it on. That's 2 goals in 2 games for Clifton. Not really known as an offensive defenseman, but we'll take it. Especially with a pretty shot like that, my goodness. Capitals win that draw. Clifton got it back for the Pens. Cross to his partner, Shea. Now up to Ben Kindle. Across to Brazeau! And somehow Lindgren got across to deny him for what would have been a second goal. Trying it again off the post. Brandon Duhaime got it to the net. There goes Ryan Shea. Trying to set up a passing play, and it's picked off by Lawson Crouse, who came over, I guess, from Utah during this trade deadline. So if Dawson was watching this was real, he'd be devastated because it's my son's favorite player for the Utah Mammoth, who get their first playoff berth, along with the Pens and the Golden Knights. So in the Miller household, it is going to be a great playoff season, considering all three of our teams made it. That's right, for anybody that doesn't know, my last name is Miller. My full name is Justin Miller, so very basic. Might as well be John Smith at this point, but I am able to relate my life to every brand of Miller beer, so there's that. Malkin passed it to himself off the board. Shot and a home by Lindgren. 2:53 to go in the middle frame. Crosby wins it back to Carlson. And the Capitals are able to shut that down. Pittsburgh get it back. Crosby dishes to Rust. Rust with a shot! Save! Lindgren. Not sure why he's still in the net. Because he's given up 6 goals. And I mean, Washington does have a goal on the board. I'll give them that. But still a very wide margin. And things appear to be getting worse before they get better. Crosby wins it back to Carlson again, and that shot did hit the net. Took an odd bounce. Carlson lets it go, took an odd bounce again. This time it deflected off a stanchion, I believe. Rust! Around in front, he scores! Oh, man! In Rust we trust, and the Penguins are just on an absolute heater in this second period. It was 3-0 after one. Now it's 7-1 as we approach the end of the second period. Oh my goodness, I think we are going to get a goalie change now. Hey Charlie, there's a new joke going around. Have you heard it? One of the 5 shooters say to the net, goal. Well, I guess actually it's 7 shooters, but still. Doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same as that Dave Chappelle sketch. Ryan Leonard gets knocked down by Waterspoon. Erik Karlsson tried to do a stretch pass, did not pay off, but it doesn't matter. The period is over, and the Penguins have themselves a huge lead going into the third. Granted, one of those goals was a fluke, which was scored in the first, but the rest was just absolutely pouring it on for the Pens. Let's take a look at the stats. Shots on goal, 24-15 in favor of Pittsburgh. Washington leading somewhere in the hits department, 19-16. And passing percentage, along with face-offs, but it's all good. Pittsburgh with the only power play, which they were not successful on, but I'll take 7 goals at even strength. And aside from that, not much else to say, really. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action coming at you next here on the VIG Lounge. Oh, here we go. Now they're talking about the goal to change. Yeah, Logan Thompson coming in now. Really surprised he didn't start one of these games for Washington, especially the home game. But he's in there now for 20 minutes of work as the Capitals try to cut into this lead, although they've got a long way to go and not a lot of time to do it. Especially when you've got guys like Rickard Rakell bearing down on the new goaltender. And he got a shot on net, but it was turned aside. Dylan Strome the other way, knocked off the stick by Rust. Rust finds Malkin. Malkin here in the Bluebirds for one reason or another. I don't know if he caused an injury or what, but Thompson able to recharge. Again, whatever that means, I honestly don't know what that zone ability is all about. Maybe I will check it out after the season, just so I kind of have an idea as to what it's all about. McMichael finds Dubois, and it's funny, actually, I don't think Logan Thompson has this ability, but I will say one of the premier sponsors for the Stanley Cup playoffs is sponge towels. And I've been making fun of the sponge zone ability for goaltenders pretty much since the moment I've seen it, saying that they were absorbent like sponge towels. So I gotta love that random synergy, even though I didn't create it. But maybe in some small way, I can tell myself I did, and then, oh, I thought I was gonna celebrate a goal there, but it didn't quite work out. Capitals really taking the body, trying to get themselves back into this game. Tom Wilson gets crunched. Save made off the shot from Novak. Back out to the blue line for Shea. Shea skates in and a save made by Thompson. He will hang on with 12:50 to go in the third. As we take a look at some saves made by Stuart Skinner. Looking for win number 49 on the season. Capitals win the draw. Rasmus Sandin. Trying to carry in for Washington. Shot at the side by Soderblom. But Thompson had the answer. Connor Clifton gets it back on his stick, and he will send it around. Collected again by Soderblom. Touch to the net. Save Thompson. And again, he will recharge as we're nearly halfway through this third period. Rip it. Oh my goodness, he has had so many chances to unleash that bomb, and he just hasn't found the back of the net fully yet. Rakell with a chance, he scores! 67 heaven, as Rakell is the first multiple goal scorer for the Pens tonight, and the first one to get a goal past Thompson. And he's got 37. And he roofed it. 9:29, and we are feeling fine as the Penguins are running away with this one. 8-1. With a little less than half a period remaining. And Malkin comes in offside. 8:41 to go on the clock. Malkin back, and then a helmet got knocked off. I believe it's Carlson. Hopefully he's okay. Protus. Oh, Rakell. He's streaking. Save. Thompson. Rebound as well. Got a couple of got a short side goal on Thompson. Tried the far side this time, and it was not successful. Icing the puck as well. 5:58 remaining. And there is a Penguin taking a hit and being knocked down. That was Erik Karlsson. Another hit from Dylan Strome. And Kindle got it to Brazeau at the side of the net. Couldn't finish the shot, though. Ryan Shea finds Novak, who finds a lane to the net. Shot and a recharge save once again by Logan Thompson. Malkin won it back. Clifton put it high over the net. And now Ryan Leonard carries out for Washington. Connor Clifton tried to set up a pass. He got checked and then delivered a hit of his own. Nick Dowd, the former Washington Capital, to Anthony Beauvillier, the former Penguin. Connor McMichael to the hip check, and Ryan Leonard drove to the net and scored. Never trust a guy with two first names. But the Capitals have their second goal tonight, courtesy of a rookie, Ryan Leonard. It's weird seeing a forward with number 9 in Washington now, because I always associate that with Dmitry Orlov. I know he's playing in San Jose, but it's just something that I have to point out, because it's just the most prominent number, at least in modern times, that I can think of for Washington that wore that number. Or prominent player, I should say. And the Capitals fans are letting them hear it. As they did get one more goal, but it doesn't matter, as the Pittsburgh Penguins handle the Capitals easily on the road, winning 8-2. Very similar to the 2009 Eastern Conference matchup between the two in the second round, where the Penguins put up a big number of goals, which were 6 actually, 6-2 against Washington. But we added 2 more because we could. And the Penguins have one more game left, which is on the road in St. Louis. And I will, of course, have that for you. But let's take one last look at the stats before we wrap things up, shall we? Shots on goal, 35-25 for the Penguins. Hits 32-25 in favor of Washington. Passing percentage in favor of the Caps. Same with faceoffs. And the only power play did belong to Pittsburgh, but again, did not score on it. Did put up 8 goals at even strength, with Rickard Rakell having a pair, and then 6 other Penguins finding the back of the net. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the VIG Lounge. Once more, I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a Sunday fun day, everybody.